Hello everyone, welcome to another cooking stream at home. I hope everyone is doing well. So as soon as you come on into the chat, be sure to say hello in the chat so I can say hello back. So say hello in the chat so I can say hello to you back. Welcome in. Welcome to another cooking stream. I'm really enjoying these dinner cooking streams because I'm learning to cook and I've been spending a lot more time at home lately just because of the pandemic. I mean, like, things are open here. I live in Florida and like restaurants and stuff are open. It's not like some of the other states where they're like in full like lockdown or like restaurants are closed, but like here things are open, so but I've still been doing like a lot of like cooking at home because like pandemic and stuff like that. So tonight we're gonna do another cooking stream. So today we're going to be cooking again. So we're gonna be doing again pasta. And we're also going to do probably shrimp. So I think first we will go ahead and prepare for the pasta. So we're just cooking like pasta tonight and also shrimp. So we're going to season that. So I'm just preparing the water a little bit. I had this pasta the other day. It was really good. That's about good, hopefully. I don't really know what I'm doing, but I'm learning how to cook while doing a YouTube video, so why not? So I used this yesterday, and it's like up to there. So like I'm gonna see if I need another box because I have another one right here. But I'm going to turn this on probably to like about there. That's medium high heat. So about there. I put a lot. I put like the whole box in, but that's okay. So now let me just kind of like squish this down a little. I feel like yesterday this took forever to cook. Like the box says 12 minutes. That is not true. It was not 12 minutes. It was like a really long time. So yeah, a little bit more water. So I have the heat on like medium high. I'm gonna add also, they say to add like a pinch of salt, that way like it doesn't stick as much, so let's do that. I also think it helps the taste. Like, let me know if you have any cooking suggestions. I don't know if I should add a drop of butter. I think I can add a drop of olive oil. Obviously that doesn't mix well, but like they say like to add a drop of olive oil so that way the pasta doesn't stick. Hopefully that's what they mean by a drop. I don't know. I have no idea. I have like absolutely no like measuring tools whatsoever, like things to like measure like out what a teaspoon or anything that is, but I'm just gonna kind of like wing it and like guess basically like what makes sense. So I'm just kind of like mixing this around right now so that I make sure that the pasta does not stick to the pan. I put way more in today than yesterday. Yesterday I only made like half of the box, but I don't think it was enough. So I'm gonna put some more in today. Well, I did already. I put like the rest of the box in. So now I'm just gonna like turn this a little bit. Okay, so the other thing I want to cook today is shrimp. I already have peeled them, and because they were just like really gross to look at. But so they're prepared already, like the shell has been removed. So now they just need to be like seasoned. So I'm going to go ahead and season them here, and then we can put them in this pot and cook them over there. So I have, again, my favorite seasoning that I've been using. This is the Cajun Louisiana seasoning, and I mentioned in my other stream, it's spicy, but it's more of like a tangy spice. It's not like like really hot, like chili or hot sauce or anything like that. It's like more like you can actually tolerate it. I just put shrimp in my hair, but that's okay. Maybe it's good for your hair. Maybe it has like amino acids or something that can like make your hair stronger. Okay, so I'm just gonna start to season them. So they're on my little plate here, my little Buzz Lightyear plate. And I am just going to start now to season them. Okay, so I really love the smell of this seasoning. It smells really, really good. So I'm just massaging the shrimp. I really like the shrimp much better than the bigger shrimp. The bigger shrimp they're not as crunchy as these. So I really prefer these sides. So I really like these better, even though you have to make that effort in removing the shell from them. But they taste a lot better than the bigger ones. And you have to make quite a bit of them because when you cook these, they definitely they get much smaller. So just seasoning them. Okay, so now this is kind of like what they look like seasoned with that seasoning on them. So now let me just do the others. I have quite a few. I think there's like 20 of them left. So I have a few others I need to season. Okay, I'm going to do the same thing, just season. As I mentioned in my other stream the other day, I'm in grad school, so I'm really looking forward to the semester being over because it's just taken up so much time, and I literally cannot wait for it to be over. I'm literally writing my last paper, and that's pretty much all I actually have to do to finish off the semester. I just have to finish off the last paper, and then I'm literally done with the class. But it's just taking a lot of time, and it's like taken away from like my ability to like, post more often, which I always wanted to do. And it's just, I'm really gonna be like relieved. I'm looking forward to this class being over. It's been an interesting semester, and I'm sure a lot of you can relate if any of you are in school like right now. At any level right now, it's just to be in school right now during a pandemic is just, it's very difficult concentrating. It's like you have a pandemic happening and you're watching the news every minute and you have no idea, what's happening in the world. And it's like the teacher expects that you can go sit down and read, for, 5, 6 hours. And it's like, are you aware what's happening in the world? I don't know if maybe, you haven't turned on the news. Maybe you don't know there's a pandemic. And like, seriously, that's how some of these teachers are acting. It's like, I don't know if you knew there's a pandemic happening. And then at the same time, I've heard people have really good teachers. Like I've heard like of teachers that they're not taking it easy on the students, but they're like more compassionate, and they realize that people are going through a lot of stress right now. And like there are still good teachers out there who like realize like, like we're in a pandemic. It's like you need to be like a little bit more empathy. So whatever. It's almost over the semester, so I'm super happy about that. And it's like it'll be good. We're on like a really long break. We're like on like a 2-month break, and it was online anyhow, which was like great. At least I didn't have to go in. But a 2-month break without having to do any reading or any work, and I can just focus on YouTube and doing like different things for myself to help myself is looking really good. It's like I don't even refer to that as boredom. I refer to that as like being super grateful for the break. Like I couldn't even imagine being in like what's called like under school right now. Like like going through like your main core years of school right now. I can't imagine having to do that right now with a pandemic. Like grad school is like it's just like a continuation of undergrad. It really is. And you would think like it would be better than undergrad. Like they would, I've had teachers in grad school who have been more respectful and like, treated you basically like more like an adult, but not all of them do. So, so again, I'm going to be very happy to be done with this semester. At least it was online. At least it was online, and I didn't have to like, drive down to campus and like actually go there where you're spending the entire day on a campus, like waiting for a class to start, and then you leave and you're like, now I have to go home and actually study, basically. So, I mean, that was the one good thing. All I had to do was literally sign in on a computer. So that was obviously a big help. It could have been worse. It could have been doing that. So now I have seasoned the shrimp. They're looking really good. Again, I highly recommend this seasoning. If you're looking for a seasoning that is good for like everything, for like fish or chicken, this is really, really good. It says it's like Louisiana inspired. I don't know how to describe it. It's trying to see like the spices in it. It doesn't even tell you, which is weird. But it is spicy. Like you don't want to like put like the entire like bottle on. It's spicy, but it's tangy spicy. So it's not like the type of spice that's just like really gonna like burn your mouth and you don't feel like any taste to it. So I definitely recommend this. This is very, very, very good. And I feel like it's gonna last a long time. It wasn't very expensive either. So I recommend that. And then from the same brand, I just got the pepper. I tend to go through a lot of pepper. This is like my second bottle of pepper. Very short amount of time. So I'm just going to stir this a little bit. This has been taking a really long time to cook. The box says 22 minutes or something, not 22 minutes. Box says 12 minutes. I could read. The box says 12 minutes. So that is not true. That is not true at all. That is like you can like times that by 4 as it is. So I'm just gonna like stir this a little bit. I'll check on it though to see how it's doing, but I don't even need to check on it yet because I already know that it's not ready. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna start to cook the shrimp on the other pot. Where's my unit? Okay, so I haven't even turned this on yet, but I'm gonna move it a little. And I have to remember not to do that. That was a really bad habit. I just touched the pot, and when it is hot, that would not have been good to do. Okay, so I'm going to prepare the pot with some oil, a little bit. That's enough oil. So I have oil, and now I'm going to also put some butter for taste. I'm going to put like that much butter. Like that much butter. It's not on yet. So I'm now going to turn this on to about there. So that's like the whole burner, and it's like be like kind of medium high-ish. Okay, so I'm gonna do that, and I'm going to just stir the butter for a second. Butter is really just for taste. I feel like it makes it taste better as it cooks. You can probably just cook it in the oil. Again, if you have any cooking suggestions, let me know. Like, I honestly don't know what I'm doing. It's like I'm just literally learning to cook. So I feel like I can put them in faster, maybe. I feel like I should do this faster. Let me see. I don't want like the oil to get me. I'm always worried the oil is gonna like jump up at me. Maybe like I need to like push them down. Butter is like not melted yet, so I'm just trying to like move them around a little bit. You should probably stop referring to them as them. Like it's gonna turn me into a vegetarian. I'm like them. They have feelings. So they're kind of like all placed where they need to be. So they're going to start to cook. I need to also check on how the pasta is doing. I have some other ingredients over here. I don't know if you can see them. This is asparagus, a squash. So we'll see after what the meal is looking like. If we want to cook something extra, we will see. It's just kind of, I don't really have enough. I need to get more like stirring tools because I don't have enough stirring tools. So I'm just gonna kind of like squish them around a little. I am gonna take one out and just see how we're doing in terms of cooking time because I don't know how to ever tell with this pasta. This is like bow tie pasta. I don't know if it takes longer to cook than other pastas, but I do feel like it's taking much longer than it's supposed to be. I don't know why. So I'm just gonna like move around shrimp a little. I do like when the shrimp are kind of like overcooked a little little bit, makes them crunchier. So I'll let it cook a little bit on each side. I can always lower the heat like I just did. That way it doesn't like, too much time goes by. So let's see. So these have cooled off. These are not ready. Like, I don't know if you can see this, but like, this is not ready. So throw that one back in. And this has been cooking for a while already. So I don't understand why this is taking so long to cook. Like, this has been in here. We've been on for like 20 minutes, and this has been in here for at least 15. So it's like, I don't understand why this is not cooking. I mean, they'll cook eventually, but they did yesterday. But it's like the box is very misleading. The box should basically say, like, we'll take 40 minutes because there's no way that that's going to cook in 12 minutes, I think it says. Yeah, this says seriously that this was supposed to cook in 12 minutes. It's like, it's not cooking in 12 minutes. It's going to cook in like 40 minutes. So I was like, I don't know how you guys account for time because we don't go by the same time, apparently. So now what I want to do is I want to take my spatula and slowly start to flip the shrimp. There's so many in here that I can't really, keep track as to which ones I've already flipped. But I'm just kind of trying to like scoop them all, flip them all, basically. It's gonna be a little bit too, because I want them to be crunchier, and I don't want them to be like squishy. So I'm just like moving them around. Something I did the last time, I think it made me feel like a chef, was like I took the seasoning and I just like took the seasoning and I added it to thing. Hey, how are you? What time is it where you are? I think you told me the last time, but I don't remember. Hi. What time is it where you are? What does the time say? I don't know if you told me the last time that you came on, but I'm curious what time it is when you guys turn on where you are. Because here it's 6:20 p.m. We are on Eastern U.S. time. So we're cooking shrimp and pasta. This pasta has been cooking in this pot for like 20 minutes now. The box said 12 minutes. That was a lie. It's like, so we are still trying to get this to cook. So I'm gonna lower the heat a little because like all of a sudden now it's boiling. I don't know what's happening. I keep forgetting that this is high, this is medium high, and this is medium. So I keep thinking that that's the lowest one. So I lowered it a little. Okay, let me check the shrimp again and see how this is doing. So I'm just gonna flip them again. I'm going to turn this off because it does not need anymore. So now I need to figure out how to get like the shrimp like onto a plate or something. So I'm going to take this plate. I am beginner English. Okay. So what I was asking you is, what is the time? The time. What is the time? There. Here it is 6. What is the time where you are? So now I need to get the shrimp on the plate. So that's the shrimp. I am. Korean time. Yeah. What is the Korean time? That's what I'm asking. So this is the shrimp. They are really warm. I'm just gonna let them cool off. And so those are done, but I do need to get that pan out of the way. So let's just move this because I don't want it to keep heating. Let that kind of cool off. So now we're going to check on, just gonna rinse this off a tiny drop because I don't want to mix the taste. 8:23 a.m. Nice. Very nice. Here it is 6:24 p.m. So I'm guessing you're ahead. Like I'm guessing for you it's the next day. Yeah, you're probably the next day. So we're gonna check on this and see if this is done. So we're gonna check this and see if it's done. We're gonna let this kind of cool off. So this is the noodle. We're gonna see. Tiny drop more, I think. Ridiculous. It's been on forever. It's like I don't understand how this is taking so long. So I need to move some of this stuff away. Yeah, you're a day ahead. I think so too. So here, I don't even know what today is. What is today? Today Wednesday? I think today's Wednesday. So you are Thursday. You're at Thursday already. That's pretty cool. It's always pretty cool, like how you can go on a plane and then like the next, depending on where you're going, like the day before, the day after, it could be, the next day. I always find that's always pretty cool. So traveling can be fun. Where is my thing? Where is my I found it. I'm like, where is this thing? So this is what I'm gonna use to strain the pasta. Let's get the pasta out. So it's always really heavy when I do this too, but I need to check it still and see what this is like. So we're gonna get another one out and see how this is doing now. Again, I'm hoping it's done this time just because it's really hot. Like waiting for it to like cool off. A tiny drop. So now I think it's done. So now it's off. Because I'm so new to cooking, I have to always remind myself to use this. Like, I'm so new to cooking, I have to remind myself to use this. This is always so heavy, so like now you're gonna see me be really strong and like That is an arm workout. Or New York City. No, this is Florida. Florida or Miami. Miami or Florida. So New York. New York is here. Florida is here. That's the same country. It's the U.S. So it was very hot. It was very, very hot. You see the smoke? It was very, very hot. And that pan, when it has water in it, it's just heavy. It's heavy to pick that up and like So, but I'm getting used to it. I did it. So it's like a lot of steam right now. So this is the pasta. That's what the pasta looks like. It's very, very, very hot. So we're just going to let this kind of cool off right now because it's just really, really, really warm. So now I'm trying to figure out whether we should cook a drop of like asparagus, just the oil in here, and I don't mind. Like it's seasoned already in there, so I don't mind it. So I'm wondering maybe we should make some vegetables too, just because why not, right? So these are already washed, but I need to, what I really need to do is I need to just like move this. I don't think too much water is coming out of here, but I need to like move it over here for a second because I want to wash this. The shrimp I think are pre-cooked. It's just that I don't know if I want the taste of them on this. So so now, wow, well, yeah, Florida, it's really warm here. It's really hot here. It's really humid here, which means like warm. It's basically really hot here. And everywhere else it's cooling down, and it's like I don't want it to be as cold as other places, like where it's freezing and snow, but I would like it to cool down a little bit. New York, I really don't want to be in New York right now. New York, I don't think is the best place to be right now. You know, they have a lot of like restrictions and stuff right now because of the pandemic, and like here in Florida, like we don't have too many restrictions. Like the area I'm in, they want you to wear a mask, but I wouldn't want to be in New York right now because I don't really know what's even open there anymore. So let me see what I'm going to do here. I think I'm just going to add some more oil to the other pan. So I'm adding some more oil to that. I guess I'll add a drop more butter too. To the other pan, I guess we'll cook some vegetables because why not, right? So I'm going to put more butter. Put this over here. I'm just going to put this in the sink because I don't know what else to do with it. So now I'm going to just cut, this is squash, leftover squash. So I'm just going to cut up some squash. So I think I'll just cut it like into pieces so that way with the pasta we could kind of distribute it more. Like the pan has a lot of seasoning in it, but I don't mind that. I was going to season this anyhow, so that's why I don't mind using the same pan that has oil. Rinse it out and then like start over. That's why. So we are just cutting the squash. Yeah, so basically I'm cooking dinner. That's what I'm doing. And like I was telling the others, when my classes are over, I'm going to start doing more streams. Like maybe I'll do like a breakfast stream. Maybe I'll, start doing even more. Like because
couple reasons. Like I'll have more time, staying in more because of the pandemic, just to be, safer, not going out as much. And if I'm home, I might as well, take advantage of that and, do more live streams. So yeah, I'm home anyhow, and I learned to cook, and that was one of the things they actually recommended people to do during the pandemic. They were like, if you've never known how to cook, one of the suggestions was to, thank you so much, I appreciate that. That's very kind of you, and I love having you watch. They were suggesting to people to learn how to cook as one of the things to do to like pass the time and to, spend more time indoors. So I just cut up some vegetables here. This is squash, and this is asparagus. So now I'm going to get out again this, and I'm just going to like stir around the butter for a second. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to just turn this on again. Like a low heat. And I'm going to put the vegetables back into the pan that has that seasoning in it. There's already seasoning in the pan from when we cooked the shrimp, but I want this to be spiced anyhow, so I don't mind having that seasoning. Just like spacing them out a little bit. So basically the vegetables are cooking in oil that already has seasoning from the shrimp. So the shrimp had a lot of seasoning, and basically it's cooking that oil, but I'm going to add even more. So again, this is the seasoning we're using. I love this seasoning. And I think also we'll add a drop more pepper. Should also add a little bit of salt. So that was just salt. So I added some salt. Now I also have here, these are some mushrooms. They're already washed. So why not cut them up also? We could just throw them in there because I have them anyhow and I don't want them to go bad. So we might as well cut this up and do this. Something also I want to start doing in this channel is I want to start doing, more streams. So like maybe a cooking stream in the morning, my time, like 7 a.m. my time here, which is U.S. Eastern time. And, in the evening here, which would be like, 9 p.m. Eastern time here, maybe I'll start doing a, like an art stream, like where I start to do my own art. Like I like to draw a lot and do art, so I figure why not, do like an art stream where I paint on stream and stuff like that. So that's what I'm thinking of doing, in the evenings after, like we do like a cooking stream. And then of course, during the day, I know a lot of you like the fashion lookbooks where I go out and film like a video. So I'll still post those and like try to do daily vlogging. So basically, I'm planning on adding like a lot more content to the channel. It's just that I haven't had the time. Okay, so I added that in. So now I'm just going to stir this around. Add that in a tiny drop. making the heat very low because I want it to I don't want it to burn, and I just added in more vegetables, so I don't want to let it burn. The only other vegetable I could add in would be some onion. So this is onion. You're hungry now? It's the morning. Did you eat breakfast? Right? I don't know if you want to eat this for breakfast, so I just dropped some. That's just onion. I'm someone who eats as I cook, and as a lot of you know, I'm literally, this is my first time cooking. I've never cooked before, so I'm learning how to cook basically with you guys. So I literally don't want any heat on because this is already reached its end. I'm just getting that out of the way, so I need to just wipe my hands. And I need to stir this a little. So it's on a really low heat. It's really, really low. That's the lowest heat. So it's just on a really low heat. I'm just gonna let that cook for another minute maybe. And then I'm going to get it on this plate, and then we'll kind of actually I need it all on this plate. So what I need to do is I need to actually start to transfer everything onto this plate, so that way I can get it onto this plate to serve from. Because so I'm just transferring the ingredients. Watch I drop everything. That would be fine. It smells really good. It smells very shrimp-like. Okay. So that's the shrimp. So I'm just moving that out of the way because I want to have this plate for when. This is the pasta. So I'm gonna move that over there. So now what I want to do is I'm going to turn this off. That's off now. I'm just going to wash, not wash, but wipe my hands. They're really greasy. And now I'm going to I don't think I need this, but I need to get the vegetables onto here so that way I can kind of distribute everything better. A lot of vegetables, and it's hard to get them all out. I've made such a mess. that's pretty good, I think. I try to show you, but I need to get the pan off of this area. Okay, so I always like to check everything is off, and off. That actually wasn't on. Okay, so everything's off now. So now what I really need to do while this is all checking to make sure this looks normal. Why is it like sticking? I don't know why it's sticking. Why is it like... The pasta is sticking. It's not supposed to stick. I don't know why it's sticking. I'm so worried. Why is it sticking? Like it's literally sticking. I don't know why this is sticking. The pasta is sticking. What do I do? Hopefully it's okay. It's probably okay, right? It's probably okay. Worst comes to worst, it's not okay. But okay, so now I need to really wash this plate for a second. Thank you. So that way it's ready for everything together. So I'm just gonna, so I have this plate here. I need to just kind of dry it. So now, I don't know, I feel like it's sticking a little bit. So let's, it's supposed to be sticking like this. Like I feel like it's actually sticking. And I put salt in it and I put butter in. I cooked it for like a really long time. Like I cooked it for like 40 minutes. So I don't really know. Let me see if it's okay. I think it'll be okay. Maybe when I add the sauce, hopefully. I think that's just how this pasta is. Pasta that's like the bow tie pasta. I think probably how this is, maybe. But just trying to like move it a little bit, make it prettier. Okay, so now I have this. This is Ragu Classic Alfredo. It's not like a penne sauce, but it's... Okay, I will wash it. It's like a cheesy sauce. I can't remember how to describe it. So now I actually need to wash this. Hold on. Now I'm going to add the sauce to the pasta. That's what I did yesterday. So I'm gonna... A little goes a long way. Like not a little, but like a medium size amount goes a long way. Like once you really start to like mix it in, like it starts to look pretty good. So I'm just like, I feel like I should have done that in here. Like, can I do that? Can I put it back in here? I kind of want to put it back in here just because like it's not, how am I supposed to get like the sauce, you know? I kind of want to put it back in there. I don't know if I can do that. Like it's wet. Just trying to like mix it like. feel like can I like bend this to like show you what I'm doing? So I'm just like trying to like it's making a funny noise. Just like trying to like mix it in. So now I think it's okay now. I think it's okay now, right? I think it's okay. Okay, so the sauce is helping it. Before I felt like sticking a little bit. I think this type of pasta is difficult to cook, I feel. Like it's weird. Okay, so now I wonder if I should add more salt. Like I'm worried I'm like going over the top. Like okay, so now these are the vegetables. So this is shrimp and vegetables. So the vegetables is this is what's it? Asparagus, onion, squash, and mushroom, all cooked, and then shrimp that have been seasoned and cooked. So now I want to put the vegetables onto the pasta. So I'm literally just putting, yeah, I know, right? And I'm small too, so. So I'm literally just putting the vegetables onto the pasta. I don't know if it looks pretty, but I'm sure it'll taste okay. You know? Now, I'm going to show you what that looks like so you can see what it looks like. Let me just like bend this a little bit. So now you can see that's the vegetables and that's the pasta. So that way it can be served properly. Okay, so now I'm going to add the shrimp. So this is the shrimp. What's funny is I'm actually starting to enjoy learning how to cook. You know, I've been saying to myself, what can I, do from home? And I'm actually starting to enjoy learning how to cook. That was one of the things that they really have suggested that people do right now because of the pandemic. You know, if you're spending more time inside, they're like, come up with a hobby. You know, like learn how to draw, read a book, learn how to cook, and learn how to cook was one of the things that they suggested to do. So I'm learning how to cook, right? So I'm learning how to cook for myself too, which is good because otherwise I wouldn't know how to cook. So it serves a lot of purposes at once, right? So I kind of want to just like make it prettier. So I made a lot of food, like a lot of food. I don't know if I needed to make this much food, but I made like a lot of food. I don't think I needed to make this much food. So I just kind of want to like organize myself a tiny drop. So this is the butter. Let me just put this away in the fridge. Okay. So I just put the butter away. I'm just gonna like close this up. Close this. It says it's made with real cheese. It's like, well, thank you for telling us it's made with real cheese. It's like, as opposed to not real cheese. Like, what's the alternative? Not real cheese. So, okay, so now I'm just putting this over here. This is like pieces of the asparagus, but I don't really think people eat this. You know what I mean? Like this is the end part of the asparagus. I don't think people really generally eat that. So I'm just gonna put it like that. I don't think I'm gonna use that. So this was extra chicken. We didn't use it. I wasn't sure if I was gonna cook chicken or not, so I'm just gonna put that away too. Why am I burping? I literally cook and I burp. It's like why am I burping? Like I haven't even ate anything yet. It's like anticipation eating. Like I start to burp. It's funny. Okay, so let me just throw away a few pieces of like excess stuff. Let me just like move like this. So now what I need to do is I want to just move this out of the way. So that way I can show you, and I'm going to need to wash this plate because I'm going to use that plate, but I'm going to just show you what we made. So I'm going to try my best to bend the computer again because I want to show you what we made. Okay, can you see it? So I want the camera to focus. So we made bow tie pasta with the white cheese sauce, and that is the shrimp. And then the vegetables are in the middle. So the vegetables are asparagus, mushroom, squash, onion. I think that's it. So yeah, it's kind of like all like centered. So that way, you know, it's kind of like a serving dish. It is. So I'm going to try now a noodle. I want to try a noodle. This is just my fork, so it's not dirty. I'm going to like move it so that it'll be funny if like the whole thing like falls. So I'm going to try a pasta. Fashion and food live channel forever. Yup, right? Who would have thought that I would ever cook? If you said to me you're going to cook like a month ago, I'd be like, I'm not cooking. But I actually am starting to like it, which is funny. Okay. So the pasta did come out really good. Now I'm going to try a shrimp. So now I'm going to try the shrimp and see how the shrimp is. Isn't that really hard to cook though? That's really hard to cook, right? I'll Google it though. Okay, so the shrimp is really good. And now I'm going to try some of the vegetables. So this is the vegetables. Okay, so I'm really happy about how this came out. I know, right? I'm doing fashion and food at the same time. Who would have thought that I would ever do cooking? I'm like, oh, how did this channel turn into cooking and fashion at the same time, right? So I'm pretty happy with this. I'm really hungry. That's why I'm like already like eating this. But like I said, I'd like to start to work in doing art. Let me show you. So like I do a lot of art. So I do a lot of art. So what I want to start doing is doing like art streams where like I'm painting on live for you and like showing you like how I put things together, because I do that anyhow. Like I'll sit here and I'll paint and do art. So why not make that more of an interactive process? So I'm hungry too. So I want to start doing more streams, basically, just like more. So like maybe like a breakfast stream or lunch, dinner, snacks, a little bit of everything. So that's what I'm looking to do, and then do more of the fashion lookbooks also during the day. But we would do those more as taped vlogs. So like we go outside and we film a fashion video, and then I edit together and I post it. And then in the evening, I can do a dinner stream, something like that. That way, I can do a little bit of everything. That way, I have the interactive where I get to know you guys and I can actually talk to you guys in real time. But then I also am doing the fashion vlogs, or maybe like a daily vlog or something like that. So that's the game plan. I'm just going to wash off these 3 forks. That way they can be used and they're not like cookie. Bye. Thank you so much for watching. I really, really, really appreciate it. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you. Thank you so much for your support and watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you soon. So now I've just washed a few utensils. I want to wash off this plate too, just because it got kind of messy when we were cooking. So just washing this plate off so it's all clean. Kind of like a cleanup stream too, huh? So now that this is clean, let me turn this off. I'm going to just dry this off. So now that it's clean, there's a fork that's clean and a knife that's clean. Where did the other fork go? Okay, so I have this other fork here that's clean as well. Say goodbye to you all. So thank you so much, guys, for watching. I really appreciate the support. Thank you so much. I really, really, really appreciate it. And I will see you soon in my next video. We will be on again tomorrow doing a cooking stream at about the same time, 6 o'clock. And I will see you soon, and bye.